For the first time in 30 years, there's no host for the Oscars, and didn't surprise me. Going back to Kevin Hart. Now, as much as I don't like his comedy, I don't mind the guy. I think he's witty and funny here and there, but he would have made a okay host. I don't think he would have done a bad job, but people bring up his past, man. People can't make mistakes in this world nowadays. People are so sensitive nowadays. He apologized back from what he tweeted out back in the day. Now, if some of you guys don't know why he got booted out, why he got so much hate, it's because he wrote a tweet like 10 years ago or 8 years ago saying if he ever saw his kid playing with dolls, he would smack them and say like just homophobic slurs in the thing. Guy's a comedian, guys. You guys brush it off, but nowadays people can't do that. And who are you going to hire? Are we going to have no hosts every year now? Because whoever you put on the stage, you can bring up their past, open up their closet, and dust off stuff they've said in the past, where, especially if they're comedians. This is one of the reasons why every year the ratings aren't going down for the Oscars. They are plummeting down. People don't want, and I don't want to speak on behalf of everybody, but from people I've spoken to, and I'm definitely speaking on my behalf, I don't want to see political views on that night. That's the night to celebrate films. That's a night to celebrate art. I don't want someone going up there who's not a political figure, even if they are. That's not the night for it. Do it the next day, guys. That's why people are tuning out, in my opinion. Put a comedic person up there. Put anyone up there. Or don't put anyone at all. But keep it entertaining. Keep the night alive with what it's really about, and that's films. It's about films and art making. And I believe your ratings will start coming up. Leave the drama, leave the politics out of Oscar night or any award show for that being. I understand you're a famous person, you have a voice, you have people looking at you, but do it on another night. Keep it off the Oscars. I didn't mind the nominations. I thought the nominations were good. Couple of snubs. I felt like mid-90s should have gotten some love in there. I thought Jonah Hill did fantastic. I agreed with Bradley Cooper not getting director nomination. I didn't think that was a snub. I feel like he's still green in that aspect. It is his first film. He did great, but compared to the other directors, I don't think he held his own. But I'm glad he got the nomination for actor, and he is my shoo-in to win. I think this is his fourth, if not fifth, nomination for an actor, and I think he did the best performance of all the performances I've seen. I haven't seen Green Book yet. That's definitely on my list. I'll be watching that in the next couple weeks with Viggo Mortensen. He did get nominated too, so I might change my opinion once I see the rest of the films. Roma. Haven't seen Roma yet. Roma got nominated for Best Foreign Film. It got nominated for Best Picture. Very confusing. Highly don't agree with this. Roma got nominated for Best Picture, but these Oscars and these certain awards, they need to be voted by viewers, consumers, in at least mix it with the people in the Academy that vote for these films. I feel like there's so many snubs every year, and that's because we don't get a chance to pick our own films too. The year the Interstellar came out, if you had customers that saw the films, moviegoers, you would have had that nominated for Best Picture. It was one of the favorite films of the fans, but I can't name you every 10 people I talk to that have seen films on Netflix, one, maybe two have seen Roma. So I don't understand how this film is nominated, let alone for foreign films as well. If you're nominating it, leave it up to foreign films only. You know, don't leave that slot for Best Picture for other films that people have seen and enjoyed throughout the year. Black Panther. Now, Black Panther does not, I repeat, does not deserve to be in the Best Picture category. There's been so many films, I can count on both hands, that deserve the nomination for Best Picture from the superhero franchises throughout the years. If I was Chris Nolan, I'm being a little biased because Chris Nolan's my favorite filmmaker. If I'm a Chris Nolan fan, and I am, I'm sitting back, I'm like, you got to be shitting me. The trilogy is arguably, in a lot of people's minds, the greatest trilogy in superhero film history. And no nominations for Best Picture for those films. But Black Panther gets it. I get it. It's a big film. All African Americans are in the film, and it's a historical time to make this movie. It's very significant, but it's not a great film, guys. It's not a great film. I think it's going to win Oscar for costume, and all the other nominations are well deserved, just not Best Picture. You know, if anything, I felt like Michael B. Jordan could have gotten nominated, but he got snubbed for that, in my opinion. But again, Best Picture, it does not deserve to be there. I can count on two hands so many other films, and it's not just me. I read reviews of and comments from other fans alike that voice their opinion on this, and they agree with me. They felt like Winter Soldier could have gotten nominated for Best Picture. I mean, Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins, those are all great films, and those types of films don't get nominated. All right, guys, this is Grigor signing off for now. I will see you guys next week. Have a wonderful week, and let me know what your predictions are for the Oscars. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to get snubbed? And then we'll see you guys next week. All right? Take care, everyone.